Hi, I'm Jessica Lahr, and this is a look at your week in the Finger Lakes. New York State 3rd through 8th grade public school students are taking the state's standardized English language arts exam this week. The tests have been the subject of controversy, with many parent and teacher union groups urging students to opt out of taking the exams, explaining that refusing the Common Core aligned test sends a message to state leaders. SUNY Chancellor Nancy Zimpher and state education leaders believe that opting out is the wrong choice, saying that the tests are a way to measure what students know so they can help them improve. The English language arts test began on Tuesday and wrap up on Thursday, while the state math exams will be conducted next week. An early Tuesday morning fire has heavily damaged two buildings in Ithaca's college town, including the Chapter House pub. The fire started shortly after 4 a.m., and while both buildings were destroyed, no injuries were reported. The widower accused of stealing over $45,000 from a fund meant for his two daughters pled guilty in Cayuga County Court on Tuesday morning. Brandon Hinman, the 31-year-old Weedsport man, admitted stealing $45,000 and $300 from a fundraising account between March and May of 2014, in addition to forging signatures on checks written from the account. Hinman is slated to be sentenced on June 16th. A Farmington man is accused of having sexual contact with a 7-year-old girl in the town of Farmington during late December of 2014 and early January of this year. On April 10th, Ontario County Sheriffs charged 33-year-old Jamie Brass with first-degree sexual abuse, a Class D felony. Brass remains at the Ontario County Jail on $10,000 cash or $20,000 bond. In the months following the death of Naples town historian Bill Veer Heil, town supervisor Brian Schenk started noticing several items of historical significance to the Ontario County appearing on eBay. The items range from historical items, photos and signs to charters and documents that date back to the founding of Naples. In effort to recover some of these items, some Naples residents are buying them back. The seller on eBay is BBNP-Antiques. The Seneca 7 relay race is set for this Sunday, beginning in Geneva at 7 a.m. The popular 77.7-mile race will take the teams of 7 around the entire circumference of Seneca Lake and through towns and villages in Ontario, Yates, Schuyler, and Seneca counties. When we come back, I'll let you know what the weather forecast looks like for the Seneca 7 participants. I'll sit down with Lisa Ventura from the Geneva Rotary Club to learn about the upcoming Service Above Self Awards dinner.
So many sights to see on the internet, but for everything local, there's one place you can get it. At FingerLakes1.com. Come on over to FingerLakes1.com. Make us your homepage. News, weather, sports, and fun. Log on to FingerLakes1.
Local news from over 40 sources, custom local weather, over 10 hours of live broadcasts and podcasts every week on your computer, tablet, television, or smartphone. 24 hours a day, 365 days a year.
www.fingerlakes1.com. Come on and join the fun. Log on to FingerLakes1.
www.fingerlakes1.com.
Welcome back. Hasn't it felt great to get outside in the Finger Lakes the past few days? Let's see if it will last, according to our FingerLakes1.com Weather Center forecast. On Friday morning, showers will give way to partly cloudy skies with highs in the low 60s. Saturday will be partly cloudy with highs in the mid-60s. Sunday will be a bit cooler with highs in the upper 50s under partly cloudy skies before rain showers return Sunday night. Should be great conditions for the Seneca 7 runners. You can get the latest Finger Lakes forecast at our local weather center at fingerlakes1.com or the fingerlakes1.com Android or iPhone app. On May 7th, the Geneva Rotary Club will be hosting their annual Service Above Self dinner at Club 86. Yesterday, I sat down with Lisa Ventura to learn what makes this such a special event. I'm sitting here with Lisa Ventura, who is an active Rotary member for Geneva. Thank you for joining us, Lisa.
Thank you for having me, Jessica.
Of course. I know we have an upcoming event in Geneva for the Rotary Club. Can you tell us when and where that will take place?
Yes, it will be on Thursday, May 7th at Club 86 in Geneva, and cocktails are at 5:30 and then dinner after that.
Nice. So what can guests expect that will be when
It
they
is
come?
really the biggest event that Geneva Rotary does. It's a fundraiser, and it's always a lot of fun. We'll have some raffles and silent auction. We're actually honoring Judge Walter Gage, who is the Ralph Springstead. The award is after Ralph Springstead, who was a very active Rotarian in Geneva for many years. But Ralph was one of the people that was quiet when he did things. He didn't want people to know what he was doing. So we decided that every year we would give an award out to someone who kind of exemplifies what Ralph was all about. And so this year it's Walter Gage, and so we're very excited for that. So I think it's a big honor for him, and he's very, very humbled by receiving it.
Oh, that's
and then
wonderful.
Pat Taney will be our keynote speaker. So we'll have some speakers. We'll actually give out awards to the Interact kids. So it's a Geneva High School student who has really exemplified that service.
Yes.
And then we'll have a Rotaract student from Hobart and William Smith who's also done the same thing. So
Oh,
it's a lot of
that's
awards
great.
and really recognizing people's service and
That's
doing things in the
wonderful.
community, giving back.
That's wonderful. Well, that leads me to the question. Some people may not be familiar with what the Rotary is, so could you give me a brief description of what the Rotary does in their community?
Right. Rotary is the oldest service club, and it's an international club, and it's all about really service above self. What can you do for your community, your district, your United States, and the world at large? So really the biggest initiative that Rotary is trying to eradicate polio. So a lot of our energy goes into doing that. We're almost there. The Geneva Club obviously has their own piece of it, and we're just trying to make things better for the Geneva community. We meet every Wednesday at noon at the Bellhurst Castle. Anyone is welcome to come for a lunch meeting. There's always a topic, and to meet other people in business.
Oh, great. Now, where can people buy tickets if they're interested in coming to the event?
You can go to our website, genevarotary.org, and Karen Luttrell from Bank of the Finger Lakes is also the person that you could call to get tickets.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, well, I'm trying to think if there's any other questions I had for you. I know that there's some auction items.
There
gonna
are
be-
some,
Is
there are
some
some
silent
auction items,
Okay.
and this year we've really tried to look at really some unique items, and it's been really fun. Mike Rosinko and his wife Carol are overseeing that, and we're really looking at the arts. We have so many talented people in the Geneva and Finger Lakes area, so really we're
Absolutely.
going to have some really unique items that people can maybe not would normally see at a silent auction.
Yes.
But I think the most important detail we need to talk about is all of the money that is raised for this dinner goes back to the community
Yes.
in the form of grants. We do a lot for youth, but there also are a lot of not-for-profits that just really have a really fine margin,
Yes.
and they can't do those little extra things, so they can apply to us for grants, and then all that money goes right back out to the community.
That's wonderful. Wow, well, thank you so much. I look forward to being there. I'm going to be at the event on May 7th, and I know it's going to be a great success. So thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks again to Lisa Ventura for taking the time to come in. I know it's going to be a wonderful event, and I look forward to it. In local theaters this week, Furious 7 is playing at the Track Cinema in Auburn, the Auburn Movieplex 10, the Geneva Movieplex, Canandaigua Theaters, Eastview Mall, and Lake Street Plaza Theaters in Penn Yan. Also, in most local theaters this weekend, the animated film Home, featuring Rihanna, Jennifer Lopez, and Steve Martin. The bull riding romance movie The Longest Ride. Get Hard with Kevin Hart and Will Ferrell. Disney's Cinderella, and the Divergent series Insurgent. For complete showtimes, click on Movies at the top of our homepage or check the FingerLakes1.com Android or iPhone app. Also happening in the Finger Lakes this weekend, The Traveling Little Black Dress Spring Fashion Show returns to the Gould Hotel in Seneca Falls on Friday and Saturday. Friday's show is sold out, but tickets remain for Saturday. Call 315-730-4875 or visit thegouldhotel.com. It's Fish and Brew Friday at Verizon's restaurant at Glenoria Wine Cellars in Dundee. Check out glenora.com for more information. Blues legend Johnny Rawls will be playing at White Springs Winery in Geneva on Saturday from 7 to 9 p.m. Yates County 4-H is offering a forestry workshop on Sunday from 2 to 5 p.m., open to the youngsters age 5 through 18. The cost is only $2, and you can register by calling 315-536-5123. Check out all the upcoming events by visiting our community calendar on FingerLakes1.tv this week. The Crash Course podcast has returned from Kentucky, and their 2-day live coverage of the Owenton Spring Nationals Demolition Derby was enjoyed by over 8,500 live viewers. Way to go, guys. You can check out the full Derby replay or the recap on this week's Crash Course, both available on demand at FingerLakes1.tv. Harold Weber had Seneca County Judge Dennis Bender in studio on Monday. Sharon Holtland was a guest on the Lake to Lake Girls podcast to talk about the Traveling Little Black Dress Fashion Show at the Gould Hotel. And the Finger Lakes Golfer podcast is back for their second season. Check out all of this week's episodes at FingerLakes1.tv or on the FingerLakes1.tv tab on our app. Get out and enjoy the warmer weather this week and cheer on the Seneca 7 runners if you see them making their way around Seneca Lake on Sunday. I'll be back next week with another edition of FLX Weekly. For FingerLakes1.com, I'm Jessica Lahr. Have a fantastic weekend in the Finger Lakes.